YSK. The ice machine at your local restaurant is most likely filled with mold. Why YSK? In my experience, every restaurant I have worked at forgets or simply does not clean out the inside of their ice machine. They do this because the machine is in constant use and deep cleaning does not happen for about once every month, and even then the ice machine is usually not taken care of. Many times we have done a deep cleaning and seen black mold or just gross bacteria growing inside the machine, whether it be under the panels, or within deeper in the machine. At this point the manager either chooses to get a new ice machine, do a deep cleaning themselves, or hires someone to properly sanitize and remove the bacteria or mold. For this reason, I usually do not get ice when going to restaurants unless I know that the establishment is reputable. Real YSK. Almost all 24/7 restaurants have filthy drink machines. As someone who used to work for ice machine and soda fountain company, you're good at most restaurants. They have to clean them. It's the hole-in-the-wall gas stations you have worry about. I had to repair a soda dispenser nozzle that was crystallized from soda syrup one time. Nasty. Also, if you go to a bar that uses bar guns for their drinks, good luck, they are nasty and easily get bugs in them. This YSK is incredibly location dependent. I worked at a local restaurant where we had to sanitize and rinse the ice machine out every night. It would slowly refill overnight and be ready for 11 a.m. open. Depends on the management emo. Don't tack a most likely on there. I've worked in several restaurants that all kept theirs clean. Next time someone bitches about regulations, mention this thread where people in low regulation states have black mold in their ice machines and people in high regulation states find that laughable. Do we have any evidence that people have really been harmed by an incidental mold exposure like this? If not, I'm not really sure what to do with this knowledge. And Marvin Zindler's legacy lives on. Used to work at Starbucks. While it was required for us to clean the ice bins out in the front daily, the back where we got the ice was multiple times I've had to report pink slimy mold that coated the inside and would fall into the ice, and sometimes the shifts just didn't care enough to empty the machine and clean it as per protocol, especially on days where we were slammed. Worked at Popeyes, McDonald's, and Wendy's. All those locations required us to clean and sanitize the drink machines and ice machine every single closing. Reason 513. Never eat or drink from restaurants or stores. Can confirm. Work in HVAC and every ice machine is disgusting because owners are too cheap to pay for proper maintenance, restaurant, hotel and anywhere else. Literally never eat self-serve soft serve ice cream either. Let's talk about water dispensers. LOL. Limiting patronage to reputable restaurants might not be any better. I worked in the kitchen at a Hillstone steakhouse and among other things, I've seen food taken from the trash and placed on a plate to sell, dishes passed through a Hobart washing machine with dirty brown water and no detergent, and cooking equipment with noticeable pieces meat reused to cook, as is the logic being that the heat would kill any bacteria. Still pretty gross. Marvin Zindler, posting from Beyond the Grave Witness News. There's slime in the ice machine. Slime in the ice machine. Marvin Zindler, Eyewitness News. R.I.P. I used to make my staff empty the machine at the end of the night, and I'd give it a once-over after close before turning it back on. The 6 hours between opening times was long enough to refill it. If you've got mold, you're not cleaning it often enough. It's not hard work if you do it every day. You've worked at shitty places, bro. Every place I've worked at gets cleaned at the end of the night. Can confirm. I worked at a local restaurant for a few months a few years ago. Sometimes I'd notice black flakes in the drinks. Yeah, upon closer examination there was black mold on the top on the inside. When I told the manager, she seemed more annoyed that I noticed and told her, I did not get a proactive, oh no we need to fix this ASAP, more like oh the money we'd lose cleaning out the machine, probably having to dump out all the ice and remake increasing the water bill. YSK based on ops anecdotal evidence, you're drinking mold. I believe it. I can taste it sometimes. I then have to throw entire drinks in the garbage after a to-go order. One instance was even in plain water, no ice. I totally believe this. After watching Restaurant Impossible, I don't eat out so much anymore. Especially the small mom-and-pop type ones. It's a real rude eye-opener as to the real state of many restaurant kitchens. Having worked in the service industry, and cleaning ice machines, I always ask for no ice no matter where I go. I know it's in the machines with the water and drinks too, but at least I'm one moldy slimy thing down. I just don't like ice in my drinks, so I'm good. But thanks. Yup, never get ice for this reason. The drink is cold anyways, so I never understood what the purpose of ice is. Tell us you're from the ghetto without telling us you're from the ghetto, lol. I have literally never been sick from it, and I don't know of anybody who has. I really don't care. The owner of the restaurant I was in refused to believe employees were lying about cleaning the ice machine, so I put a toy dinosaur in a Ziploc bag at the bottom of the freezer with a note saying if they brought it to me they would get a prize. I gave them $5 and then showed the owner proof that I placed the dinosaur several months earlier. He believed me from that point on. I'll never forget a restaurant I worked in had 2 soda machines. One of them wasn't used and needed to be cleaned. It was my second day when I saw them open it up to clean. Maybe about 20 dead or alive cockroaches were crawling in there just feasting on the syrup. One of the nastiest things I ever saw. Black mold is a made-up term from one of those bullshit 90s magazine shows with the intent to scare middle-aged housewives. There's mold spores in just about every breath you take. In every building you enter. Inside, outside, on you right now. Ice machine is the most dirty part of a restaurant as no one can clean them properly, trust me. YSK Most of the beer taps lines at most restaurants and bars are disgusting as well. Yeah, but that's how they make Baja Blast, so it's a trade-off. Likely why you were fired. It's making my immune system more powerful. Manic, give me that sonic ice and the mold, I'm still alive. Not true for Switzerland. Pink slime. The one at the Caribou Coffee I worked at was indeed very moldy and disgusting. Yep, worked at a deli and our ice machine got replaced because the mold was getting into the ice. When I was hospitalized with dengue fever, it made me immunocompromised enough that they wouldn't let me have ice for fear it would make me sicker. The infectious disease doctor came in and took the pitcher of ice water right off my tray. Apparently hospital ice machines are also disgusting. Same goes for hotels. Can confirm. Hate to say it, but if you think ice machines are bad, don't look at slush machines. We get them back in for preventative maintenance, and literally wash out chunks of mold from them. The clean machines are good for a month or 2, before gathering mold again. Most people would be genuinely shocked at how much mold they consume regularly through restaurants alone. Here's another YSK: don't ask questions you don't want the answers to. Really only 2 options: don't use the product or use it and hope that if it causes a problem it's not that bad of a problem. Hopefully if it does give you a problem you also sue the company in the hopes of them fixing the problem or monetary compensation. I keep on drinking it and keep on not dying. I always get a sore throat the next day after getting restaurant drinks. This is probably why. I haven't died yet. I clean mine out every night. It's not that hard, man shrugging. Then how come we don't get sick? Not at the places my brother serves. He makes sure all the ice machines he serves are super clean and lets the owner know what's up. For real, one of the many reasons I just prefer not to go to restaurants. There are so many other similar examples where the vast majority of restaurants just can't beat you preparing your own food.